closer to your world, my friend, and you'll see. Just a little bit of time. That's all it takes to bring your world together. Take a little bit of time. Don't turn away, my friend, tomorrow's are forever. Get close to people. Your world needs you to care, to share it. Take the time. Join hands, my friend, with all the people in your world. Move in close. Move on in. And you'll see. Closer to your world. Move closer to your world. Move closer to your world, my friend, and you'll see.
Good morning, and welcome to another day of broadcasting here on the Dutchmaz family of networks. We are broadcasted from the top of the steeplechase parachute jump at the allowable power of 1.21 gigawatts by the authority of YouTube and by the Federal Communications Commission. Dutchmaz is owned by Dutchmaz, incorporated and operated by the Dutchmaz YouTube family of stations division of the Dutchmaz live stream and video network. The programs broadcast on this channel are for the public without charge, unless super chatted, and may not be rebroadcast, recorded, or otherwise used without the prior written permission of Dutchmaz. This is the seal of good practice. It identifies Dutchmaz as a subscriber to the television code of the National Association of Broadcasters. Welcome, and enjoy our broadcast day.
children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Live from the west end of Coney Island. It's time for another exciting episode of Now in New York City Live. Will the city completely implode on itself in the next 88 minutes? Stay tuned and find out. Well, hello, replay viewers. Let's see who tunes on in. I see Retired JW is the first one in the room, and Spooky Angie is early. Good to see you, Spooky Angie. Good to see you, Deb, out there in London, staying up late with us. And Lorraine Raymond, good to see you. Good to see you, Susan Barry, and Dave Jeffries in Niagara Falls. Good to see you. Diana Lee staying up late with us out there in London, and Johnny 8708. Good to see you. Autumn Allorings checking in from Canarsie. Good to see you. And Quacky Snacks is up late out there in the Netherlands. Laura 8933 is staying up late with us. It is officially 3 a.m. your local time. Good morning. Good to see you there, Sal Muscles and Swanky Dog. Welcome. Cynthia Sunflowers, good to see you. And the BMXer 1100, welcome on in. Leela Sorensen's down there in the great state of in the great state of Georgia. And Cheryl Singleton, good to see you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Cliff Padilla's right here in New York, and Madam Mojo's out there in Cleveland, because Cleveland rocks. Coney Island Jim is checking on in from Bensonhurst. He's here for the traffic and the transit. We survived the subways today. And if you're new to the broadcast, let us know where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. Crazy Coney Island kid checking in from Staten Island. You're on the South Shore, right? We did 14,000 steps. I'm tired. Hello, good to see you, Jan out there in Newton, Connecticut. Good to see you, Jan. I'm sorry, there's another YouTube channel that I'm not going to mention, but like there's a guy in the Bronx somewhere, and he gets obsessed over the viewers, and he goes, "Oh my Jan, you're so nice, Jan." I watch too much live stream. Good to see you there, Painted Egg, welcome, and Nina, welcome. Good to see you, Deborah, up there in Dumbo, and Karen J. McLean up there in Canada. A big shout out to all our Canadian viewers. ICU Investigations Atlanta, good to see you. Everything is everything. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time it is, it's 10 o'clock. You have no clue. You're 5 minutes away from the ferry. You might be in Stapleton. Oh, I forget the names of those weird neighborhoods, but they're nice. Cynthia Sunflowers, good to see you. Yes, you too. Good morning, Finland. I think I have a Finnish camera on here. Good to see you, Kazcat, staying up late with us. Everyone's staying up late with us out there in Europe. I appreciate y'all. Good to see everybody. People, let's go around the Earth cameras. You was born this month and married. Awesome. Happy anniversary and happy birthday. Stapleton for the win. Stapleton for the win. Good to see everybody. Welcome on into the show. It's a beautiful night here in the city. 30 degrees with a real feel of 23. Right? See? Stapleton. Looking for... Oh my God, Deborah, did you... All right, Deborah already knows what we're going to be talking about. Yes. The closing of the last Houlihan's. Did you go to Houlihan's over the years? Did you go to the last one out there in Farmingdale, Long Island? We're going to go to some videotape, and then we're going to go down the rabbit hole of restaurants that don't exist anymore. We have a great conversation coming up. Let's give a big shout out to St. George, Clifton, Rosebank, West Brighton, all 5 minutes away from the ferry. A big shout out to the neighborhoods. Stapleton, that's right, Wu-Tang Clan territory. Meryl Yazla out there in the Navajo Nation. Here for the madness. Let's go. Good to see you there, Meryl. Welcome. You celebrated your... Really? It's your birthday tonight, early week with your cousins. You're going to be 72. Sal Muscles, happy birthday, Sal. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Good to see everybody. People, you loved Hula. Lorraine loved hooligans. We got some great conversation on the way, guys. Get ready. because this is how it ends up working out. This seems to, the snowball genesis of this stupid show is kind of amazing. But you love that restaurant too. We got some. We gotta start naming names, guys. So get ready. Good to see you working. Photos from around New York, working on his latest memo. You're more than welcome for the stream, and don't plug away too hard. You got this. You got this. It's 2026. Friday is your birthday. Now. Oh, that's okay. See, I don't know what day of the week it is. It's Saturday today, so it's coming up next Friday. Supposedly it's going to be warm here in New York next Friday. So yeah, Cliff, the last Houlihan's closed out in Long Island. We're going to go to some videotape of that. Coney Island Jim mentioned during our walk today. They got a Houlihan's in Westlake, Ohio. I wonder if it might be either part of the chain or it might have broke off. But your birthday's on the 9th. Nice. Good to see you, Michelle K. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. 5 minutes past the hour. In about a minute, we will go to the traffic and transit. But are you new to the broadcast? Let us know where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. 46 likes are in the box, and 78 people are watching. So you know what that means. Good to see everybody up there in the Discord servers. Good to see everyone, all the stenographers and all the stenographers on the live and on the replay. And if you're new to the broadcast, you don't need to be subscribed. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. Are you pissed off with me? Tell me now. Call me now. Love the blue whale drink at Houlihan's. I want to know what the blue whale drink is now. Jim Wolf. Good to see you, Jim Wolf. Welcome. Good to see everybody. People got wow, you organized the next 6 months of your calendar? For real? I have to do that. You know what I have to do, actually? And thanks for reminding me to the guy who blocked me. I got to start getting my taxes in order. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thanks for reminding me. Second week of the month this month. Second week of the month this month, I got to start organizing my taxes. Thanks. That's why you got blocked. The last time I'm seeing the Christmas tree for this winter and this season, and I got to think about taking care of my taxes. 2025 was an expensive year, people. It wasn't even my fault. Pia Lorena out there. Good to see you, Pia Lorena. Hey, it's 7 minutes past the hour, right? 7 minutes past the hour here. No, somebody didn't block me. I blocked them. They reminded me about my taxes. Anyway, right? You barely know what you're doing next week, right? Bloody hell. You know what we have to learn, you know what we have to do and know every day is to figure out how to get around. So it's time for the traffic and the transit, brought to us by babiesovernight.com. Your new bundle of joy in a box overnight guaranteed. Babiesovernight.com, bringing us our traffic and transit updates. And Nancy Ramacone up there in Stapleton. You're in South Carolina. It's cold, and let's go. Meryl Yazla with a $10 super chat. Meryl Yazla, thank you so much for the very generous $10 super chat. Thank you so much for today's $10 club. Much, much, much appreciated. What a big $10 super chat. Happy New Year across the Rebel radio stations across the country. Yes, the FDR is looking decent tonight. Cheryl, many good drinks. Right, we're going to talk about that in a moment. Let's check the transit and traffic really quick. RJ's up there in Colorado. Welcome. No traffic. We'll say FDR is looking good all the way up, all the way down. It's the vortex, everyone. It's the vortex of Christmas and the holidays finally coming to an end, mercifully. And traffic is all around. Looks like the tunnels and the bridges are doing good. What, do we have an incident up here? We've got a crash on the Cross Bronx Expressway from 177th Street. One of the three right lanes is blocked, and it was last updated 9 minutes ago. So an accident, it's not even affecting the traffic thing here, so it's fine. Volume delays are scattered along the BQE. Other than that, it's a free and breezy ride. Potato camera, people. 48th Street between 5th and 6th Avenues. A beautiful evening there as we stare at the tree. It's only a few more days left of that tree, so get it in while you can. Check again with the transit and traffic. The transit here, the fare toll increases for all the trains and buses goes into effect at 12 p.m. What? No, Sunday, January 4th. Yeah, the fares go up on the 4th, everyone. Get ready. We have delays on the A train. Queens-bound A trains are running with delays after an EMS responded to somebody in need at Euclid Avenue. That was 2 minutes ago. About 20 minutes ago here, Uptown D and N trains are running with delays after they removed the train that had its brakes activated at Kings Highway. People fucking around with trains on Kings Highway. Also problems with the Uptown F trains are running with delays after they requested a person in need of assistance from the EMS there at Delancey, Essex Street. Go to mta.info for more information. Checking out Citizen app, kind of scary as we're setting up the live stream here. A vehicle collision, a vehicle up on the road here at Beverly Road and Beverly and Manhattan. McDonald Avenue at Beverly Road. Car going up onto a bench. Hopefully nobody got hurt and killed or whatever. Hopefully everybody made it out safe, but you never know with these things. We'll keep monitoring Citizen app when need be. We have snow showers in western New York. Snow showers and lake effect snow showers in western New York here. So it looks like got a strong snow going on in Erie, Pennsylvania, Buffalo. We got Rochester getting into a little bit, Syracuse as well getting into it here in New York City. It's still kind of windy. Let's see here. Actually we have wind speed of just 6 miles an hour. So the winds have subsided. It looks like just check the wind map here. Yeah, the winds have subsided here. Wind gust up to only 11 miles an hour here at the Super Studios. As we continue on, let's go around our YouTube cameras. Sibos brings us this view from Brighton Beach. Well, a beautiful night out there in Brighton Beach because it's not windy. Stream Time Live. A big shout out to Stream Time Live. They bring us this amazing view of Red Hook, Brooklyn. We're looking out across New York Harbor right now towards Bayonne, it looks like. Bryant Park. Everything's quieting down in Bryant Park, and I'm happy that the skate camera has readjusted, so now we can see the tree that they're going to get ready to take down soon. So skate cam, everybody's skating along. Fabulous Bryant Park NYC YouTube channel. Bunkakobo brings us this view from Long Island City, looking towards Midtown Manhattan, the lights of Midtown. Clear skies, it looks like, and the lamp is looking fabulous. Nice in there. Let's go down to Jersey Shore Way, the 7th Street Surf Shop camera down there in Ocean City, New Jersey. All is quiet on the Ocean City boardwalk. It looks like a fabulous night. Kind of, maybe, if you like the cold to get around. Will the city completely fall apart in the next 45 minutes? Stay tuned and find out. Rebel Radio News Time now is coming up 12 minutes. 12 minutes past the hour. Yes, let's catch up with the chat. Good to see everybody. Let's see here. Good to see you, RG, up there in Colorado. Sally Skipico checking on in. Good to see you. Brub Bale out there in Tavernier, Florida. Good to see you. Happy New Year. ICU investigations try to blow out birthday candles, and the heat drove you back. Yikes. Good to see you, Phyllis 2284. Welcome. And Cheryl Singleton. Shout out to the Carolinas from Indian Land. Good to see you. Good to see. I thought it doesn't happen that quick, Crazy Coney Island kid. It doesn't happen that quick. Everyone knows Beverly Road takes the cue. That's right, photos. That's right. Cliff Biddy, it's true they're always messing with the trains at Kings Highway. Absolutely. Syracuse got 2 feet of snow a few days ago. Glad you don't live there anymore. Cynthia, we could go to a Syracuse camera. Who gave me this Armory camera here? I'm in love with this camera because it gives us such a great view. Hold on, we're going to go to live. We're going live to Syracuse right now. We're going live to Syracuse. The camera's warming up here. Hopefully, in a second. Maybe not. Let's see if I can get this camera running. Or are we just that far back? We can't look into the future. Did I just F the camera? There we go. There we go. Syracuse live, everybody. There we go. There is Syracuse. I got 2 feet of snow. But a passing hello. Good to see you, Amanda M. Welcome on into the show. Cheryl Singleton was in the hospital. Need to catch up on the replays. We got a lot of replays. If you need distraction, just watch the replay. You'll have a great time. But today was a lot of fun. I'm kind of disappointed about the Wall Street tree. I feel like the same thing happened last year. So we went to go look for the Wall Street tree, and it was already taken down. So, yeah, but 23 degrees out there in the Netherlands. Actually, shall we go to... we have more cameras if you need. I think you're in Rotterdam, right? I think let's go to the Rotterdam camera here. Ooh, it's foggy over there. The Erasmus Bridge here. Out there in Rotterdam. Rotterdam Make It Happen YouTube channel, bringing us this view. 68 degrees where Pia Lorena is. Has midnight illegal weather there. Listen, the Earth does all the temperatures. They could do all the temperatures, the Earth. Enjoy it, Pia. Enjoy it. Downtown Syracuse, you know exactly where that is. Yeah, Armory Square camera. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good. Shout out to Chargy Street. I know that street. Look at that. We got fog in Rotterdam. It's either that or it's snow or it's rain. It's raining over there, right? We might have another camera or it might be down. Let me see here. Let's see here. This is Gothenburg. This is what, Sweden? Oh, there is our Abbey Road camera. Let me see if I could bring up. I think there's another Rotterdam camera. Or it might be down. Good to see everybody. Actually, we'll do it like this. Good to see everyone. Is fair, people. Very atmospheric indeed. Let me see if I can find yeah, we got a couple of more views here. Let's see if this one works. This is looking from the bridge in the other direction there. Rotterdam is pretty. Rotterdam's a cool city. Rotterdam is a cool spot. Let's see, we have another one. The Hofenplein. And I'm pretty sure the one time I was in Rotterdam, I passed through this spot here. This is from the Rotterdam Make It Happen YouTube channel. Right, snowing there, but it stopped, Kaz. Kaz, you're up there in Finland, right? This isn't your camera, right? This is Gothenburg. And that's Denmark? Right? This actually might be your camera, right? Is this your camera? Oh, this camera's offline. The Turin. Still got a lot of snow on the ground. Oh, we got all the cameras here. Anyway. Isn't it fun looking at all the cameras? By the way, all these channels here, you got to. Theater mode makes this all so nice. Anyway, people. We have always lots of restaurants that we like, right? People, we have places where we go. Our third place, as they like to say. We don't go home. It's not work. It's not school or work or home. It's a third place, and I know for some of you, Houlihan's was one of them. To say when fair is fair, you think of the legend of Billie Jean. There you go. You're dating yourself, Lorraine. You're dating yourself. Good to see you, Lisa, UK girl. Staying up late with us. Welcome. Yeah, I think the camera was all fogged up. Yeah, I think the camera was all fogged up. But we all have favorite restaurants, people. And during today's little walk that we did with Jim, we learned that the last Houlihan's on Long Island is closing. And so coming up next, we're going to go to News 12 here. Route 110 in Farmington. Yeah, it's the end of an era. Do you remember Hooligans? Let's go to the videotape. And News 12 reports the last closing of Hooligans.
Called the end of a dining era. The last Houlihan's on Long Island will be shutting its doors for good tonight. The Farmingdale location is closing after dinner this New Year's Eve. It's located right on Route 110. The Houlihan's location in Westbury shut down in 2019. The chain was originally founded in 1972 in Kansas City.
So I wonder if that's the same one. Somebody mentioned in Ohio there's a Houlihan's. I wonder if it's the same one or they just got the name. But when we think about Houlihan's closing, what are some other chain restaurants? And this is a chain restaurants of Long Islanders have lost. Who remembers some of these? And who remembers some that that are not on this list? Of course, Houlihan's closed on New Year's Eve there. But who remembers Beefsteak Charlie's? Good to see you there, Tinker Girl. Welcome. Cookies. I've never been to Cookies. Who's heard about Cookies? Oh, Bennigan's. I remember Bennigan's. Who remembers some of these great ones here? Charlie Brown's Steakhouse. I have vague memories of that in Midtown Manhattan. Round Ground. I remember Round Ground just driving past. I've never actually been there. Ruby Tuesdays. I think I've been to one once. But I remember these names. Ponderosa Steakhouse. I know for some of y'all old school people, you might remember that. But what are your favorite restaurants that you haven't been to? Sizzler. Is this Sizzler still around? Let's discuss. Times move on, people. 20 minutes past the hour. Round Ground. I knew we were going to get some names in there, Deborah. Cookies. That's right. Cookies was in King's Plaza. Fuddruckers. There's another one. This is old school live streaming now. We're going to have some fun. Tinker Girl, I'm glad you're enjoying the 10 o'clock news. Good to see you. Nice, Kaz. Nice. Shoney's. Shoney's. Oh my God, Shoney's. Right? Friendly. I think Friendly's is only around in Friendly's is only around in ice cream form. But yes, Sizzlers. Are there Sizzlers anymore? Jekyll and Hyde. Now for me, I remember Jekyll and Hyde, the bar. The bar and the restaurant. There was one in the first one opened up in the Village, and there was another one in Midtown. So what are some other names here? Charlie Brown Steakhouse, I vaguely remember. And I remember Ruby Tuesdays. I remember Ponderosa Steakhouse. We have more names here we're just going to start throwing out here. Did you love Ruby Tuesdays Salad Bar? And of course, Sizzler. Of course, Sizzler. And, oh, that's right, Pizzeria Uno. How can I forget Pizzeria Uno? Holy cow, right? Right? Oh, really? Popeyes. They closed Popeyes in Chile in 2018? John's was an ice cream place, right? Ooh, Sweet Tomatoes. I never heard of that name, but I like that. Okay, Bob's Big Boy. Did we really have those in Long Island? Hojo's. Yo, Hojo's, Howard Johnson's. Of course, Chi-Chi's. I've been to a Chi-Chi's in Florida, I think, once. Waldbaum's Deli section. I miss Waldbaum's, even though I didn't go there too much. But I mean, who remembers all these old places? There were so many. We were mentioning the Automat. Third places where we would hang out, kind of like the Applebee's of the world. White Castle's still around, Tigger Girl. I've been to a White Castle down in Coney. There's one here in Coney Island, White Castle. Look at that. That's right. Friendly's is still around. There's one by his parents' house out in Jersey. There you go. There's a Friendly's still out there in Jersey. The Midtown location is some sort of money laundering. Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah, probably. Photos, probably. Good to see you, Epic Grace. Covent Station still has a Friendly's. Really? Wow. Yeah, don't say that, crazy. That place closed on my birthday. I'm heartbroken about that. It reminds me how I can't have everything I want in life. I remember the Coney Island Brewery. Ooh, there's a Sweet Tomatoes in Tucson. Interesting. I think there's Dairy Queen still around. Did Pathmark come back? Lundy's in Sheepshead Bay. I've only heard about that place, but it was epic. Nice, Kaz. Yeah, I'll find some more, Kaz. Lums and Ollie Burger. There's also a Friendly's on. Oh, really? There's a Friendly's on International Drive in Orlando. Nice. It was just looking at a cool building. Okay, it's a cool looking building in Midtown. But might be a cool walk. I mean, listen. What's the address of it? Their photos. Right? You remember? I know, crazy Coney Island kid. I missed the brewery. Good to see you, Frank Marcia, out there in Tampa Bay, Florida. It's cold out here. The New Year's treating me as good as it can. 2026, bring it. But we're remembering restaurants that are not around anymore. I mean, I remember Beefsteak Charlie. We had a Beefsteak Charlie's in Bay Ridge where I used to always just go crazy eating shrimp and then usually getting sick because then I want to get a big piece of chocolate cake. Farrell's, and the only Farrell's that I know is the bar in by Prospect Park. Farrell's, but Farrell's is still around. Well, the bar at least. Let's see if we could do this. Let's see if we could do this. Yes, we can. Right? Can we? Nope. Try to bring up a Beefsteak Charlie commercial for you. Roy Rogers, that's another one. Howard Johnson's in Times Square. That was like a classic place. There's look at that. Dairy Queen in Poughkeepsie. I did not know that. My Tad Steakhouse. That was another like classic spot. Let's see here. Oh, here it is. Found it. The Beefsteak Charlie's commercials were like the best. I'm telling you. It was such simpler times. Sbarro's supposedly I thought it was closing in Midtown, but it's still open. But man, I remember the Roy Rogers I remember was right across the street from the Ed Sullivan Theater. They are slowly closing Rainforest Cafes. Yes, Wetson's, a place that I've heard about, never been to. But the more I look into it, it's like Burger Chef. It's like I want to know more about those places. I would love to know how they tasted. There's one in Lapland in the Arctic Circle that has the temperature on it. Oh, okay. Talk about cameras. Okay. Blimpies on 42nd. There was a lot of Blimpies all around town. Wow, look at that. For Cliff Padilla, Tad's Steakhouse was the first place he had a T-bone steak. But right, Wetson's. Look at this. Look, I don't know. This is just such a great ad. Beefsteak Charlie's, people.
I'm Beefsteak Charlie, and you're going to get spoiled with free shrimp.
Thick, juicy steaks cooked up just like you like them.
And sweet cheddar shrimp flowing endlessly. All the shrimp and the fixins you can eat with your dinner are free, absolutely free.
At our salad bar,
You're gonna get spoiled.
we'll treat you right. With shrimp.
At Beefsteak Charlie's
I
tonight.
really want some shrimp right now. Oh my God, I really want some shrimp. Right? Did you remember that ad? I think Fridays is still around. These are questions I know I could Google right now, but it's hard enough trying to play old ads for you guys. There's a Cookies ad. Yo, so I've never been to Cookies. And there was supposedly a Cookies in King's Plaza. Who remembers Cookies? $10 Tads, that's right. Well, I think Jack in the Box and Arby's are still around. There was a Tad's Steakhouse by Madison Square Garden. I mean, Jay, commercials, everything was more fun back in the day. Let's be honest. The Beefsteak Charlie's was 2 blocks away from you. You used to eat there. Yeah, no, that's what my family did too when I was a kid. We would go down there on Sundays. And then my parents will come back home, and my parents and my godparents will play cards all night. Fill the house, fill the apartment with cigarette smoke. It was great. Been to the Tad's on 42nd Street? Me too. Cheryl used to go to Tad's with her sister for lunch. Good to see you there, Michelle. You remember eating at Sbarro under the World Trade Center? Yup. Yeah, that was the last Sbarro that you ate at. Wow. I remember that Sbarro in the World Trade Center. The Blarney Stone Bar is still around. The Blarney Stone is still around. That because I know I passed that on the express bus. Now, you won't see too many people out. No, not at this time. No. Jack in the Box commercials are funny. Yeah, they're still around. One a few blocks away from your house. Your first White Castle memory. Rick Wolf's first White Castle memory was back in 1975 out there in Columbus, Ohio. 25-cent cheeseburgers. 25-cent cheeseburgers, 30-cent. You're more than welcome, Rick. Right? You loved Arby's was here in Brooklyn in some historic building for what, like 3 days? Got him in Carolina, but not in New York anymore. Yep. Oh, Jekyll and Hyde to get the wrong address. Okay. Space Odyssey 2001. What's that? That's a discotheque that they filmed. Yes. Anyway, Windows of the World. That was a great restaurant. It wasn't a chain restaurant though. I have never been to Cookies, but something tells me I'm gonna like this commercial. Do you remember Cookie? This commercial was around when I was alive. 1984. We're going to. Who remembers Cookies?
Hello, I'm Cookie. At our shrimp soup and salad bar, we give you so much shrimp.
You've got to eat it to believe it.
Okay.
Cookies interrupts this commercial for an important announcement. Now save $2.75
Damn,
on Cookies
$2.75?
sirloin steak dinner. Only $10.50 for a fresh-cut, juicy sirloin, our fabulous shrimp soup and salad bar, and unlimited ice cream and dessert bar. Yes, only $10.50 for a steak dinner at Cookies. We now return you to Cookie and Sunny.
You got to eat it to believe it.
God, I want to go to Cookies. My God, right? There's Arby's still around. Yes, indeed. Callows. You remember that? Deborah, do you remember that commercial? Are we bringing back memories, people? Cookies. Cookies, people. And Ground Round, I remember it, but I don't think I've ever been to a Ground Round. Oh, people. And Ponderosa Steakhouse. I remember Ponderosa Steakhouse, but I've never been there. Myrna Bergen's up there in Montreal. Good to see you, Myrna. Look at that, just like that. Boom, half past the hour. A half hour of your life, gone forever. $10.50 for a steak sirloin dinner with dessert. Right? Exactly, Cyclone Joe. Back in the times when people used to talk to each other and not stare at their soul. No, they talked to each other through the devices. Look at that. Folks from around New York had a birthday party at Ground Round. Wow. Oh, Rollin' Roaster's a great commercial. Wait, let me pick up Rollin' Roaster since Crazy Coney Island. It's Nostalgia Day, people. Yes. Hold on. I can't type and talk. Here it is. For Crazy Coney Island kid here. We're going to do the Rollin' Roaster commercial. Yes, Hardee's is still around. Ooh, Jolly Rogers. There you go, Nancy. I heard of Jolly Rogers, but I've never been there. That was in Long Island. Yeah. Greenfields. Greenfields, a Brazilian, a chain. It might have been. You guys, look at that. Marina all the time used to go to Ponderosa. Ponderosa Steakhouse. Wow. Photos from around New York. So Doc Gooden at a Ground Round. Right? Hells yeah. Let's go, Mets. Right. Even Golden Corral got pricey. I never hear good things about Golden Corral. I'm not gonna lie. I never heard good things about Golden Corral. And what's the other one? CC's, the one where it's like all you can eat pizza. I did not hear good things. Exactly. There you go. $10.50 back in the 80s, back in 1984, converts to $32.76. So it's still a damn good deal. Rebel Radio News time now is 32 minutes past the hour. That's right. Rollin' Roaster for the win, guys. I mean, Rollin' Roaster was the joint. This is a fun commercial if you've never seen this one. Thank God they're still around.
So fast, Rollin' Roaster, we're not so fast. Rollin' Roaster,
nice and slow.
Taking the time, making everything just right. Waking up your appetite, we give you real roast beef, bigger burgers, cooked the way you want. At Rollin' Roaster, the not so fast food restaurant.
At Rollin' Roaster, we take just a few extra minutes to make fast food great
That's
food.
why it's good.
Rollin' Roaster, Emmons and Nostrand Avenues in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn.
Oh, jeez. Bob Evans. That's another one. Don't you like these classic commercials? Me too. I could just play them all day. I'm not going to lie. I saw how I could like keep this conversation going, but Bob Evans been around for a hot minute. My grandpa used to love going to Bob Evans down in Florida. He used to love going out there. But we're breaking out the deep cuts, everyone. We're breaking out the deep cuts here. Rollin' Roaster for the win, right? Heard of Jolly Rogers. So yeah, I've heard of Jolly Rogers. Never been there. Yes, so there you go. The owners of Houlihan's are there in Florida. The Gazers. They're also the owners of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Wow. Carolinas. Carolinas was like a sit-down restaurant over on Mermaid Avenue. There's only the apartment building that now occupies that space is called the Carolina. But, yeah, I've only heard about Carolinas, did not ever eat there. Yeah, Bob Evans is mostly in the South. Yeah, they just celebrated their 75th anniversary. I know, right? It's crazy, right, Tony? That's an old commercial, and then here it is. They're now up to 75 years old. Kenny Rogers Roasters. Supposedly, Kenny Rogers Chicken is still in the Philippines or something like that. It was Kenny Rogers Roasters and, like, Roy Rogers. Those were the two that really like. It's a beautiful night. Arthur Treasure's Fish and Chips. I think they're still around, if I'm not mistaken. Please forgive me as I'm a little coffee. Good to see you there, Mario. Welcome. Mario checking in. Right, you're out there in Houston. Good to see everybody. 110 people watching, 94 likes. We still got a bunch of Discord server people here. So a shout out to all the Discord server people. We're breaking out the old random cuts. But good to see you there. Jay Stroll saw one in the Philippines. Yeah, no, they were exactly. I saw it on like a random travel video, and they were like They got Kenny Rogers Roasters in the Philippines? Anyway, Sabine Nagler, good to see you out there in Canada. Out there in Canada, they had a chain called the Red Barn. I think we had Red Barns here in the States. Did you really sing along with the commercial? Crazy Coney Island kids singing along with the commercials. But good to see everybody. Welcome. Let's go around the cameras here. As we remember the olden times, the simpler times, people. Love the restaurant top, but it's much better than taxes. Oh, it's much, much better than taxes. Oh, have no idea. It is a quiet night on Mulberry Street. Look at that. Earthcam.com bringing us this view of Mulberry Street here. By the way, tip your delivery guys a little extra tonight. It's fucking cold and windy. That's right. The Blue Whale. What was the Blue Whale? The Blue Whale was peach schnapps, blue curacao, Thomas sweet and sour mix, Sprite garnish with a blue whale on the glass. Lorraine, I really want one now. I could go for a blue whale right now. Peach schnapps. Oh my God. But you know what? It probably tastes really good. Gets a nice buzz going, and then you could talk about anything all night. Lorraine, I'm down with that. That sounds like a fun night. Not gonna lie. Well, hang out at hooligans. The hooligans, a Blue Whale. They hang out with the hooligans, and they got the TV blasting. We need more third places, people. Sweet Tomatoes was fantastic. They had an all-you-can-eat buffet, and the food was good. The one there in Tampa has been closed for years. Yeah, this is why we're talking about it. We're trying to remember all the chain restaurants that we've lost over the years. Miss Nisi, good to see you. Alex, welcome on in. Oscar Mayer, Bologna commercial. No, Sal Muscles, unfortunately, Oscar Mayer does not sponsor this show. But you know who does sponsor us? You know who does sponsor us? Armor Hot Dogs. Yeah, that's right. Armor Hot Dogs. So everybody eats Armor Hot Dogs. They're good for you. They give you all that vital strength that you need to get through the day. And they have been sponsoring my radio show for quite some time. So the great Armor Hot... We will hear a word from Armor Hot Dogs in 20 seconds. Michelle King, good to see you, Michelle. Good to see you. Greetings from Brazil. Tidy Bowl. There's a Tidy Bowl drink? What? Blueberry Blush, the monkey chased the weasel. There you go. There was a chicken place that delivered in this... Oh, I remember Chicken Delight, David. David, we had a Chicken Delight in Bay Ridge for like 2 seconds, and then it was the best chicken. Anyway, this first 38 minutes of this show has been brought to us by the great Armor Hot Dogs. You know, do you guys remember this song? No, I hate that song. I like this song instead. Right, Mrs. Babbage? Play it. Come on.
What kinds of kids eat Armor Hot Dogs? Fat kids, skinny kids, kids who climb on rocks, soft kids, sissy kids, even kids with chicken pox love hot dogs. Armor Hot Dogs. The dog kids love to bite. Picking it up on the old banjo, put on the mustard and away we go. But when kids fight dogs, they yell, hooray! For hot dogs! Armor Hot Dogs! The dogs kids love to buy!
Oh my God, Armor Hot Dogs. What the fuck? Oh my God, people. Yeah, don't cook tonight. Call Chicken Delight. Yeah, they've been sponsoring this show for a hot minute. I hope I brought some memories back for you guys. That's what we're doing tonight. We are truly beholding his mighty hand as we bring back memories of the past. I hope everyone's enjoying the show. If you haven't said hello, let us know where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. We have 100. That's it. We hit 108 likes. 115 people watching. That's a beautiful thing. You still remember that song? Commercials were powerful back in the day, and now I feel like we have such throwaway disposable media. Right? Isn't that funny to hear? Like, we got the Wayback Machine going, Michelle King. We got the Wayback Machine turning on today. That's right, Miss Nisi. We're going long commercials. 60-second commercials. That sounded like 5 hours. Do you like this little Italy camera? Me too. Thank you so much, Earth Camera, for bringing us this view. Mark Freeman. Good to see you, Mark Freeman. Welcome. Can't really remember all the words, right? How powerful, media is powerful. I don't think people understand. When people get connections with their favorite streamers and content creators and Instagrammers and Twitter posters and all that stuff, it's this crazy parasocial relationship that's very powerful, because for us old people who remember legacy media, these things imprint. If we really like something, it imprints somewhere. And, yes. Hot tub time traveling. No, this is Dutch Ma's live travel. Time traveling. I have a flux capacitor. You think I'm joking around, right? They don't know. I have a flux capacitor. We travel through time on this show. Look, it's a flux capacitor. We actually have one. I could hold it in my hand. We could time travel together and live the best days and memories of our lives. Anyway, Cookie, lend me your comb. Yeah, now we got AI ads selling us crap online. Don't you want this thing that's got to break in 18 days? No. A bunch of Earth cameras are like down. What the hell? Mr. Slim, here you go, the Wayback Machine, Miss Nisi. Isn't that cool? You think I'm joking around over here? I tell you. Let's see, what else? What other cameras can we bring up here really quick as we wind down? This was a fun hour. But the flux capacitor is always fluxing. It's really quiet. Oh, the parachute jump is still turned on. So let's go to our parachute jump view. I do have the... Do you want the Milford Plaza? We actually mentioned that earlier today. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good segue to some more old people commercials. Let me see here. Let me get it ready here. The Milford Plaza commercial was great. Like sand in the hourglass, these are the days of our lives. And today this hotel is the Row Hotel, by the way. We're going back to 1985, people, and the lullaby of Broadway. There it is. All right, it's ready to go. Just like that. Oh, simpler times, people. Simpler freaking times. Right? You're not that old. Exactly. I consider myself an old person too, right? Are you guys gonna get ready to sing along here? Good to see you, Neil. Right out here in Flatbush. Welcome. Yeah, AI, buy these pills or you're a loser. An awful 3 minutes. What about those YouTube commercials that last like a half hour? What's up with that shit? They're like infomercials. Do people actually watch them? Unless they're like, I guess they're banking on people that they fall asleep behind the computer or they let the TV just run. And they're going to play like some 28-minute commercial. Anyway, we have to go back to basics, people. We have to go back to basics.
Come on along, I'll take you to...
Oh. So good.
And in the center of it all
is the Milford Plaza. Stay at the Milford Plaza Hotel with cocktail dinner and breakfast for $43 per person. Discover why we are the lullaby of Broadway.
The Milford Plaza is the lullaby of Broadway.
The Independent News brought to you by Sears and by Jell-O.
Who's that Jell-O? Oh, man.
They're the toast of
He's
Geneva,
still on TV.
Gorbachev and Reagan. One favors high heels and lectures at Moscow University. One loves the color red and lectures against drug abuse. Well, we're talking, of course, about Nancy Reagan and Raisa Gorbachev.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's how that video ends. Oh, man. People have no idea. While shit is different in a weird way, it's still the same. The internet just makes everything seem a lot worse. Barn, good to see you, Barn. Welcome. Used to remember a lot of the movie theaters in Brooklyn that closed? Yeah, me too. I'm happy that I was actually able to create content in one of those old theaters. It's now the home of the cable access, BCAT, Brooklyn Community Access Television. So, But we did lose a lot of great theaters over the years. But yeah, watching these old commercials, you could remember them more because you were growing up. Exactly. Yeah, $43 a person. But even infomercials were more. Marvin Scott is still on TV. He actually got a commendation from former Mayor Eric Adams just a few weeks ago. He was giving some kind of award for being on local television for so long. But wasn't that a great ad? I mean, I could sing that song any day of the week or any moment of the day. But yes, rest in peace, Sears. Rest in peace. Frank remembers when he was in the Coast Guard, he went out drinking and would stop at White Castle to get a bag of burgers to start sobering up. Those burgers could bring you up when you drank. Exactly. They did for me too, many a times. Yeah, Channel 11 was the end. We actually started today's show with the original Action News theme. So if you're from Philadelphia, you might remember that. But it was also used up here in New York for a little bit, but then on Channel 11, but then they kept it down there in Philadelphia for whatever reason. But yep, I miss Sears and Montgomery Ward too. You miss Kenny's. Kmart was the best. Oh, Woolworths. Get that out of the way. Mays. Now we can say, at least in down. Oh, A&S. Abraham and Strauss and Alexander's. I used to go to all them places down young. All right, never too old. It's vintage. That's right, Karen. That's right. It's vintage. Let's see here. I'm gonna turn on some more way back music. Gertz. That's before my time, Deborah. Two Guys. What did Two Guys sell? I don't remember what Two Guys sold. That's before my time. Corvettes, before my time, but I seen pictures of it. See, we're just killing time, remembering old stores. It's great. Bohacks, Grants. There you go, ODB. Grants and Ames. Who remembers Ames? And Electronic Boutique. And The Sharper Image. And we got two for everything. I've never been to an everything. I don't think I remember an everything. I don't think we had everythings in New York. Did we have everythings in New York? Buster Brown. TSS. That's before my time, but I've heard about it. Oh, okay. So Two Guys was originally from Harrison. Nice, right? Myrna, Ames. That's right. Caldor. Wow, Lorraine Raymond worked as a department manager at Caldor. Radio Shack, Crazy Eddie, Ricketts, Hammaker Schlemmer. Oh my God. Wow, before it closed, you recorded some of the last images of Hammaker and Schlemmer. Wow. Did Two Guys turn into a fast food store? Montgomery Ward. You have the TSS, Times Square stores. Spencer Gifts is still around. Circuit City is where I bought my first cell phone because they were Verizon stores inside of Circuit Cities. Right, of course, Crazy Eddie's, but what about Alexander's?
That's why Live at 5
Jack
is
Cafferty.
the most popular live hour on afternoon television.
Let's go.
Join us live at 5.
That was live at the gold standard.
I browse at Bloomingdale's. I take
Consumers.
but
Danae and Anthony did this walk.
at Alexander's. I buy gifts at Alexander's. I'm sauntering through Saks, meandering through Macy's, but I buy at Alexander's. I buy gifts at Alexander's. Yes, I buy at Alexander's.
Oh, God, we knew how to live back then. Good to see Danae and Anthony checking on in. Consumers, Blockbuster Video. But Spencer Gibbs still has some great lava lamps. Sue Simmons, she had the best hair, Sue Simmons. Listen, you couldn't have deny her. But Sam Goody, Virgin Megastore. I drank more coffee in the Virgin Megastore than actually bought music. Of course, we got to say Tower Records, Dr. Pet, Fortune Offs, Petland Discounts, Toys R Us, Great Ditties. That's a store called Great Ditties? What? I'm learning. See, I'm learning. Great Ditties. I want to go to a Great Ditties, right? Did you love Fortune Off? I think I've been to a Fortune Off like twice in my life. Our store was, of course, the Woolworths. I like how she was getting pushed around in front of Macy's. Radio Shack was great. FYE, now we're talking, right? Tower Records, Barney. Is Barney still in Midtown? Sims, because an educated customer is our favorite customer. If you're new to the broadcast, let us know where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. Sam Goody. We got, you know what we gotta do when we do this? I gotta put out bingo cards, right? I gotta hand out bingo cards to you guys before we start the show, and it'll have all the stores or whatever topic we're talking about. It's like, where can you get the bingo? Of course, JNR. Oh, Barney's is closed. Filene's Basement. Oh my God. Now we're going down. Now we're going down the Radio Shack hole. Filene's Basement. That's right. Oh my goodness. There's so many. I'm telling you. Now it's like, has it been really diluted all to just? Is it all just diluted to Amazon now? G Fox. Yeah, FYE, do they still exist? Barnes and Noble, right? They're still around. Like, Borders. I'm thinking of Borders books. What's the other one other than Borders? There was another one that it was like Borders, but Gimbals wasn't mentioned. Unbelievable. Gimbals. I bought my first gimbal at Macy's just so I could say I bought a gimbal at Macy's. Right, there has to be an app for virtual bingo. Borders books. There we go. Borders books. Here's this is my child. I remember this commercial like you have no idea.
At Sims, you'll never see this word because Sims represents it off price. Over 200 world-famous designer and brand names in men's, women's, and children's clothing. You can always buy men's
Take my money now, please.
advertised $290 suits for $159.
That's right.
Women's $235 suits for $139. There's never a reason for a sale. At Sims, an educated consumer is our best customer.
That's right. See, a simple, direct, he talks to you like a human being, and he's just there to sell you a cheap shirt at a good damn quality shirt at a good damn price. But yeah, FedMart. I vaguely remember FedMart. Service merchandise thing I remember, the book. Service merchandise. You don't cook tonight. Cold Chicken Delight. Bam Burgers. B. Dalton Books. Office Max. Century 21. Exactly. Not always good. Exactly. That's true. Photos. Of course, Crazy Eddie's. Yeah. Service merchandise. The Spiegel catalog. Who remembers the Spiegel? Barbara Moss. Is that a calendar? I mean, is that a catalog for the Canucks there? Sam the Record Man. That's right. Yeah, nothing's ever on sale in Sims. No, you got to understand. Anthony. It's a deal, Anthony. Anything in there, it's a deal. Lord and Taylor's is. I think Lord and Taylor's is still around. Robert Halls is way before my time. I remember my grandparents talking about Robert Halls. FYE sells Funko Pops and other weirds. Oh, FYE's still around, right? Brand names. There's brand names I do not remember. Maybe next year for the Giants. I go all the way to the Super Bowl. Maybe. Of course, I remember Sam Goody. Oh man, people. All these I guess it's all Amazon now, right? As we watch the ferry come in. I remember my grandma collected Spiegel catalogs. My grandma collected them, and she had them from like the 70s all the way up to when they stopped in the 90s. And I never forget it. It was this beautiful index of pictures and fonts and different types. Because it was like newspaper at first, and it turned into like a magazine, like a glossy magazine, and the video games. I saw the evolution of video games in there, and oh man, the kids have. Lord and Taylor is gone. Wow, Amazon took over the building. What? That's crazy. Chanel Lumber, I do not remember that, but John's Bargain Stores I remember. Fuck Amazon. That's right. The Wall. I don't remember The Wall. Columbia House catalogs. I still owe them 18 cents. S&H green stamps. Oh boy, now we're turning up the Wayback Machine. Your grandfather worked at Robert Hall at 86th Street. What? Consumers Distributing. There's another one. See, I'm telling you, it's like Florsheim shoes. That's right, Florsheim shoes. Go down there, Florsheims there. Get them shoes down there for Florsheims. The kids have no idea. You had to go to these, and this is the thing that pisses me off about old consumerism versus new consumerism. There was a price point for all different like categories of income, right? So you still got a quality product, but at your price range, and everybody was satisfied. People were producing a lot of different variations of stuff for various income brackets, and everything worked. And I think about how Brooklyn used to be like the manufacturing powerhouse at the beginning of the century, beginning of the last century, and it was just like everything was made here. Everything was made here, and it was distributed locally, and then kind of throughout the country, and some of these products went throughout the world. I don't know why we can't get that now, but I guess we're just so wired on shipping things halfway across the earth because somebody's willing or kind of not willing to work for 30 cents an hour. If they're lucky. Yeah, people who collect catalogs, those are like time capsules. Buster Brown shoes, the white department stores turned into Models. Ooh, the wall was a music store. Interesting. I think we have Fabcos around still. Tom McCann's. I remember Tom McCann's shoes. Father and son shoes, I vaguely remember. This is how we started this conversation, Miss Nisi. Horn and Hardits and the Automats. Favor, Buster Brown, Tom McCann, Denny and Robin shoes. Yes, Pier 1 Imports. Pier 1 Imports, even though I remember them, like I think there was one in the Staten Island Mall. I think of Pier 1 Imports now as in that scene in the Blues Brothers when they're driving around inside the mall and they're like, hey, Pier 1 in... I don't know. Anyway, Dorf's up there in Westchester Square in the Bronx. Yeah, globalization emerged in the 70s. Yeah, I know. It was a slow process, you know? Wow, people. Just like that. This was a conversation. We just banged out an hour of time, people. We're going to restart the show all over again. We have another story for our final half hour of the show, and we do our 11 o'clock news. But this whole conversation started because the last Hula Hands closed on Long Island on New Year's Eve. Payless Shoes, I think, is still around. Yeah, Models is gone. Models is gone. In the UK, got Tandy's, a battery club. You choose a pack. Wait, really? Tandy batteries? What? That sounds crazy, Kaz. I did, ODB. I did. Yeah, it was like 10% on Friday. Nice. I didn't, ODB. Slow process until the internet. Exactly. Your dining room table came from Pier 1 Imports. Isn't that great? It is great. That's a piece of history. Right? Do you feel like a child hearing these old store names? That's what I like to do on this channel. Let's try to make us feel young again. Dr. J's. There was a Dr. J's in downtown Brooklyn, I remember. Yes, we mentioned John's. John's has already been plucked off of the... It has already been pinged. Oh, people. Pennies. There's another one. Oh, my God, people. Right, good night, Karen J. McLean. Have a great night. Oh, people. Are we having fun? I hope we are. Let's do... How much time we got here? Okay, we got to do a... We need a minute. There we go. NBO menswear. Yeah, Payless Shoes is gone. I know we're a long way from the progressive era from the 1890s to 1910s. We are. It's true. It's true, photos. Kresge's. There's another one. There's one we haven't hit yet. Kresge. I've never been to a Kresge's, but I've heard of them. Piercing Pagoda. Look at that. Was that in the malls? Good to see you, Catherine. Welcome. A&P Pathmark. Are there wall bounds still around? Of course. Oh my God. It got A&P, and what was the other one? The one by our house. Big Lots recently died. That's true. Oh, they still have a website, but the shoes and the stores are gone. Jupiter. Poor man's Woolworth was Crest. That's right. Oh my God, people. Winding our way up to the top of the hour. Good to see everybody. 122 likes are in the box, and I appreciate that. Another 30 minutes of content. Wow, I used to go to Crest just to play the video games. Wow. Acme store, that's right. Acme. I remember an Acme in Florida for some reason. Are we having a good time? I hope you're having a good time. Sanchuro Supermarket is still around. There is one on, I think, 20th Avenue. There's one of those, Cliff, still around. Oh, there you go. Big Lots are in the South. Wasn't that a fast hour? Rite Aid, May It Rest. McCroy's. Oh, my God. Did Acme closed? Yeah. Wow, you had one within walking distance of your house. Wow. Guess what? It's the top of the hour. No, not that one. This one. From the west end of Coney Island, it's time for another exciting half hour of Now in New York City Live. Will the city completely implode on itself in the next 28 minutes? Stay tuned and find out. We may have to go to a drug fair after this show. Good to see everybody. We're doing the 11 o'clock news really quick. So you know what that means. One more check of the transit and the traffic, brought to us by babiesovernight.com. Your new bundle of joy in a box overnight. Guaranteed. Babiesovernight.com bringing you this last traffic and transit hit for the night. It's 11 o'clock here in New York City as we went down memory lane during the 10 o'clock hour. The vortex of the holidays still has plenty of traffic, so stay out of there. Don't drive around there unless you have a parking spot ready to go. Other than that, the highways, everything is all clear. It's a quiet Saturday night. It's Saturday or Monday? I have no idea. Potato Camera, 48th Street between 5th and 6th Avenues. Looking at the tree for a couple more days. Enjoying the tree. Looks like a massive crowd down there. So take your time. Be nice to give people some space. Checking out the trains here. We have delays on the D train there. Uptown D trains are delayed as they need NYPD assistance for somebody being a complete fucking crazy asshole at 59th Street, Columbus Circle. Dude, calm the fuck down and be aware of the D train delays. Lots of plans suspended, reroutes and all that stuff. Station notices no B and Z service. Go to mta.info for more information. As we were setting up the show here, we had a vehicle collision over on McDonald Avenue and, was that there? Beverly Road. It looked like a car drove up onto a bench. Hopefully nobody got hurt, nobody got killed, and anyway. Citizen app bringing you that quick report. Other than that, we have snow showers along the western end of New York State here. A lot of lake effect snow showers coming on land there. Buffalo's looks like it's getting some snow there. Only 7-mile-an-hour winds, so it's a nice snow down there. Here in New York, we have light winds as well. Here at Newark Airport, 7-mile-an-hour winds. Nice and kind of nice outside if you're not in the wind there. The Sibbo's camera brings us this view of Brighton Beach. As look, I think we have looking at moonrise in the background there behind the clouds. A quiet night on the beach in Brighton Beach. Heading on, you're gonna give me an ad, right? All right. Anyway, sorry we can't see Red Hook right now, but the Bryant Park web camera, everything is all quiet in Bryant Park. People are skating. People are trying not to fall as they look at the beautiful tree for the last few days. Christmas is almost over as we look across the way. The Bunka Kobo Incorporated YouTube camera looking across from looking across from Long Island City, Queens, looking towards Midtown. All is quiet, and all is quiet here in front of the 7th Street Surf Shop over there on Ocean Beach, New Jersey. There, Ocean City Beach, New Jersey there. All is quiet. Will the city completely implode in the next 25 minutes? Stay tuned and find out. Good to see everybody. Welcome. Final half hour of the show. Rexalls are up there in Canada. That's true. Gold's Gym, yeah, they're not around. As well as what's the other gym? Jack LaLanne, right? Was that another store, another gym that's not around right there? Right? Got drugstores, Wetzel's, Woolworths, Geno's. Good to see you, Bill H. Welcome. Last time we listened to 10-10 wins, I know they don't, Todd. They moved on from the teletype machines. I still have teletype machines here. But good to see you, Todd Scott. Welcome. Trying to keep legacy media alive. How's Staten Island doing? In what capacity there? In what capacity there, Patrick? Good to see you. Let's see how Staten Island is doing. Let's check Citizen app really quick. Is anything happening on Staten Island? Nope. Got a couple of laundry fire. Fire in a laundromat over there in Highland. Laundromat fire this morning along Highland Boulevard. And then other than that, let's see here. We have, oh my goodness, a woman killed. That's not good. We're not going to look at that one. And a car crash here on Richmond Road today. And other than that, that's it. That's all that's going on over in Staten Island. Oh, do we have a fresh incident here? We have a fresh incident here. Vehicles overturned on the Van Wyck Expressway. So we're keeping track of everything. Well, World's Gym, that's right. You missed Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. I still have a Hollywood Video PlayStation 1 game. Valley Fair, there's another one, people. Valley Fair. But there you go. We literally keep track of everything on this show, people, because it's now in New York City Live. But we can look at this beautiful, wow, look at this. Wow. Rotterdam Making It Happen Live YouTube channel here. Beautiful view of the Erasmus Bridge here. Look at that. That's cool. It is a nice night out there in the Netherlands. Good morning. Good morning. But as you guys know, yesterday, was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday. The day before yesterday, people. The day before yesterday, we had our polar bear swim on the Coney Island beach here. So we do have a story about polar bears coming up. Who remembers flea markets? I remember flea markets. I do have Sydney and Tokyo. It is daytime over there. We'll go to some more of those Earth cameras in a second. Was there a Duke and Duchess? What? There was a Duke and Duchess movie theater in Center City, Philly? And they had lots of movie theaters? Wow, there's a Duke and Duchess movie theater. That sounds so cool, Miss Nisi. I want to look into that. But yes, indeed. Be kind, rewind. And if you worked, you worked at Blockbuster in 2009. And when Netflix said bye, right? Big mistake, right? Anyway, let's continue on. One last story for y'all. Okay, guys? This is supposedly the news. But let's get on with the news. A wildlife refuge throws a Sweet 16 party for a polar bear's birthday. The United Press International is reporting on this. As we fire up the teletype machines one more time. And we got video. Oh, look at that. Oh, happy birthday, a Sweet 16. Oh, we're going up to Canada, people. We're going up to Canada. And an Ontario wildlife refuge held a Sweet 16 birthday party for one of its polar bears, complete with an oversized driver's license. The Cochrane Polar Bear Habitat said Canuck's 16th birthday was held this month, and it featured large toy cars stuffed with tropical fruit, pumpkin-based birthday cake, and a gift-wrap boxes loaded with snacks. Sweet 16 just worked, said the Habitat manager. The car was actually something I picked up at a local thrift store a while ago, and with this birthday in mind. And because when you turn 16 you get a car, at least when you're wealthy, we decided to spoil him. The refuge staff created an oversized Ontario driver's license for Canuck, which he promptly shredded and turned into a comfy napping spot. Baxtel Young said that the 16th birthday is big for a polar bear. In the wild, especially for males, it could be getting towards the end of life. But with human care, consistent food and veterinary support, it's common for them to live well into their early to mid-20s. When he's fully grown, a mature male, we expect to celebrate many, many more birthdays with him. So what a lovely day. You've been to Cochrane, Ontario? Let's go to the pictures here via the Instagram here. And oh, look at this. Isn't that cute? Yay! Happy birthday, happy Sweet 16 Canuck up there in Ontario, Canada. A very, very happy birthday to you. Aw, Sweet 16s, simpler times. Polar bears are mean. Yes, they are. They're because they're bears, people. They're bears. But anyway, your favorite flea market was Caesar's Bay over there on Avenue I in Brooklyn. There you go. There was another Caesar's Bay. I thought there was only one Caesar's Bay. Hold on, I'm confused. I thought there was only one Caesars Bay. Right, doesn't look a day over 15. He looks very well kept. Yes, indeed. I thought there was only one Caesars Bay. We'll go to a Caesars Bay commercial right now. There was more than one Caesar Bay. What a teddy bear, right? He was a cute little guy. He was a cute little guy. Not a day over 15. He could rip your head off. I think, oh, I just. Oh, we're talking about the old flea market. Oh, the old Avenue I flea market. Oh, there was an Avenue I flea market, and you guys called it the Caesars Bay. That's see, I did not know that. Oh, it was at what? It's at a shop right now. Oh, the only thing that calms a polar bear is an ice cold Coke. Exactly. Wow, ODB, you have bears in your backyard? Where do you live? You live in like the woods somewhere? That's cool. He does look cute. All polar bears are cute. He had a great time. He had a great time, people. Hey, that's Canuck there, eh? That's a cool. That bear there keep you warm there at night, I'll tell you. He looks just really cuddly, and yes, a nice ice cold Coca-Cola, nice bottle of Coca-Cola. Look at that cute little nibble right there. It could break your arm. It's fine. Canuck only breaks one arm. It's fine there, eh? He breaks an arm there, breaks a couple of bones there. You know, it's all right. Drink a Molson, walk it off. You'll be fine. You can walk in 5 feet of snow after that. It'll be fine. It's fine. He's a good friend there, eh? Just get a Samoyed dog. It's true, yes. Samoyeds are great. I remember when Bill Evans on Channel 7 used to have the Samoyeds on the news every morning at like 6:45. When I saw that in the morning, I knew it was time to leave for work. I was like, oh, okay. Bill Evans broke out the Samoyeds. Time to go to work. Rebel Radio News time now, 12 minutes past the hour. It is 11:12 here in New York City. And who remembers Caesars Bay Bazaar? What? What? The big deal. Let's go. They got everything.
The big deal is the fantastic selection.
They got everything.
2 full floors of
they got 2 floors.
Refund policy, personal service, and low prices. Open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Come by.
They're open all the days you need. All the days you're working.
In Brooklyn, Caesars Bay, we're here to stay.
Oh, they're here to stay, and they stayed there for another year or two. Right? Do you remember Caesars Bay? We spent a whole hour talking about stores that didn't exist. Isn't that crazy? This all brought us from the big news of the night. The last Houlihan's closing its doors on Route 110 in Farmingdale, Long Island. The last Houlihan's closed its doors on Wednesday night in Farmingdale there. The Houlihan's in Westbury closed down back in 2019, and the chain was originally founded in Kansas City back in 1972. But the last location, Route 110 in Farmingdale. But good to see everybody. Welcome. Yeah, Jack LaLanne with the white shepherd dog Snow. That's right. I don't remember that, but I remember that. But people told me. I remember people talked about that. Good old Jack LaLanne. Ah, yes. Let's go to some Earth cams here. See how the city looks. Ah, yes. Good to see everybody. Welcome. A&W restaurant. So I wanted to go to the last A&W in Staten Island, and they closed that bad boy on me. I still feel guilty for that. I still feel awful about that. Trader Horn. There we go. There's one that was not on the list. The Trader Horn electronics stores. And don't forget Electronics Boutique. And there was a couple other ones, right? EB Games. There's a TGIF. There's a TGIF in Times Square. It's like a 4-store. Or is that Applebee's now? That might be an Apple. Bennigan's. We mentioned Bennigan's already. That's Bennigan's. Another great restaurant of years gone by. We played the Beefsteak Charlie commercial. And if you watch this on the replay, if we haven't got a store that or restaurant that we haven't mentioned yet, please throw it in the comments below. Food. I think there's still food towns around. Bonanza restaurant. There we go. A Bonanza restaurant. I've heard about them, but I've never been to a Bonanza. And we already mentioned Wetson's. People. Sonic is still around, but is Little Lucy in Florida still around? I don't think that's around anymore. Somebody mentioned Sizzler. That was the first batch. There's supposedly one Radio Shack somewhere, but it's not like an official corporate store. It's like an independent store that has a bunch of Radio Shack stuff. But yeah, Radio Shack doesn't. Bravo Supermarket is still around. Pizza Clown on Staten Island was great. There we go. Pizza Clown. I want to go to Pizza Clown. There you go. There's a food town on 3rd Avenue in Bay Ridge. That's right. We mentioned Roy Rogers already. Roy Rogers, Kenny Rogers Roasters. And Bravo Supermarkets is still around. Ooh, Bonanza was a discount steakhouse. Yeah, I vaguely remember Bonanza. I've never been to one, though. Never been to one. So the building in blue here, this is 1 Vanderbilt. This is the Summit. Summit's an awesome observation deck that features an elevator that goes up right here. And then this building way over here, this is 270 Park Avenue. This is the Bank of Chase Manhattan, the Bank of Chase Manhattan Bank headquarters there. It's like one of the largest office buildings built in 40 years here in the city. It's a massive building, redefining the skyline, and has this crazy lighted top here, which everyone says, what the fuck is that? Mr. G got confused by it the other day. He was like, oh, I don't know what building. He says, Chrysler building, and there's the Summit, and there's I don't know what that is. So, yes, we mentioned Ponderosa Steakhouse as well. Steak and Ale. We mentioned Ground Round. Colors, there you go, on McDonald. Look at that, food town. It's in Staten Island still. There's another one not on the list. Charlie Brown's, right? You remember Bonanza in the hometown? It's really, you had one in your hometown. It's now a Mexican restaurant. Yeah, Ponderosa was your favorite as a kid. Yeah, Ground Round. Ground Round had a basket of popcorn? What? Ground Round had that pop. But good to see you, Mullen. Welcome. It's all good, Mullen. We're almost done with the show here. Final 12 minutes of the show. Because fair is fair. Fair is fair. Do you like this broadcast? Hit the like button. If you haven't said hello, say hello. Let us know where you watch from. Let me give you a shout out. It's 18 minutes past, or coming up to 18 minutes past the hour. And we're just enjoying these views of the city. 133 likes in the box. I appreciate it. Hometown Buffet. I want to find pictures of all these places. Seafood Shanty. Oh, that's one that's on the list. Yes, Howard Johnson. Howard Johnson is not around anymore. Howard Johnson is not around anymore. Right, let's go back to this article here. I'll bring up the article again one last time. They have they got great pictures here. Here's a picture of the Ponderosa Steakhouse. Jeez, there it is. Steak, $2.09. Let's go. Yo. But yeah, no, the Howard Johnson in Times Square closed quite a bit ago. Charlie Brown's, right? Went many times. Are you having fun there, Patrick? We're reliving the olden times. I think Archer Treachers is still around. And Ground Round, they have a picture of Ground Round here too. There's Ruby Tuesdays was mentioned. Here's Ground Round. This is one on, let's see here. Long Island's last independently owned Ground Round closed abruptly in 2021 in Brookhaven. It was supposed to be a temporary closure, but it never reopened. What? There's one other one that's not on the list. Shoney's. Really? They had peanut shells on the floor? What? Oh, we knew how to live back then, man. Just throw peanut shells all over the fucking floor. Here's Bennigan's. Here's a picture of Bennigan's. Here's a Bennigan's. If you're growing up in the 80s and the 90s. Beefsteak Charlie's. They had all the shrimp you could eat. All that sangria. I used to get so sick eating shrimp and then a gigantic piece of double chocolate cake. Oh man, it was such simpler times. Oh my God, people. There's cookies. Remembering we played the commercial from Cookies. El Tortito. Oh, El Torto. I'd never been to El Torto. Oh, where was that? There's an El Torto. Here's good old Beefsteak Charlie. It's like, yeah, I'm going to sell you. Look at that face. How can you say no to that? He's going to sell you all the shrimp you want. In the 70s. Interesting. In Westchester, Carol's. Remember, Chi-Chi's is on the list, but not Carol's. This is so much fun. We're just going through all like these crazy old restaurants here. Yeah. Oh, was it on Long Island? Ah, okay. We had all these great places back in the day. Oh, it's like Dorito. Or Torito. Never been to a Torito. Never been to one. Of course, we remember Sizzler. They were all known for their salad bar. Simpler time. The 90s, the late 80s, early 90s. There's still a Shoney's in Gatlinburg, for real? There's a Shoney's in Gatlinburg? Pancho's Mexican restaurant, Mexican buffet. There's a Pancho's. Wow, Mexican buffet in Texas. Beefsteak Charlie's. I mean, you could put away a lot of shrimp. Yeah, that's what I used to do. The Siddler commercial burned your teenage brain. I could see that. Chi-Chi's. That's right. Y'all did have Chi-Chi's up in Canada. That's right. Ribbery Restaurant in Florida had peanut shells on the floor as well. What about Pizzeria Uno? We had a Pizzeria Uno in Bay Ridge. These were everywhere at one point. Yep. They're going to make us happy with all the shrimp. You're going to get spoiled. We'll treat you right. Wow, I had a Stewart's 4 blocks away as a kid. Damn. I think we have a Stewart's in Bay Ridge. Oh, as we remember, Bob's Big Boy. I've never been to a Bob's Big Boy, but supposedly they don't exist anymore. And there it is, the old Hojo's. The Howard Johnson. We should call them Hojo's. We're going to go down there, Hojo's there. Get me some breakfast. And there's Chi-Chi's. This guy's looking like he's having a great time coming out of Chi-Chi's. Oh, he's having just a great time. Half-price margaritas. Couldn't put a smile on his face. No. Didn't have the greatest day at Chi-Chi's. And Sizzler. Oh, that's a Sizzler parking lot sign. Wow. Right, clam boats at Hoja. I think somebody mentioned that before. They had clam. What is a clam boat? It's like a... Wendy's used to have salad bars. That's right. Bob's had the best tartar sauce. Red Lobster, I think, closed recently. There might be still 1 or 2 around. Pizzeria Uno next to the Basketball Hall of Fame. Okay. Friday, all you could eat fried fish at Hojo's. What? Your friends had their wedding at Chi-Chi's and everybody got drunk. Half-price margaritas would do that. Yes, Howard Johnson did have a hotel chain by the same name. Oh, Red Lobster's making a comeback, people. So it's a hot dog bun with fried clams. Okay, I want that now. I could go for that right now. Oh my goodness. There's still a Pizzeria Uno on the Upper West Side across from the Natural History Museum. What? I gotta know. I gotta read the reviews. I gotta know this. This is crazy. There's really a Pizzeria Uno on the Upper West Side. Or Upper West Side. This is kind of amazing. Let's see. Uh-oh, I can't. So good, smelling tartar sauce. Right, exactly. You're going to bed hungry. Ooh, 432 Columbus. You know, I probably walked past this spot a gajillion times and never noticed it. There it is. Holy shit. There's a Pizzeria Uno. There it is. Thank you so much, Deborah. Let's read the reviews here of this Pizzeria Uno, which is right across the street from the Natural History Museum. This is 82nd Street right here. Wow, okay. Something tells me I've walked past this thing and I just never noticed it, or I did notice it and I'm like, oh. Let's read the reviews. I gotta know the reviews, but supposedly the reviews is the reviews that killed off these places. Okay. Ooh, we got some rough reviews, people. It's a good thing you ate something, right? Here are some reviews from a supposed closed restaurant called Pizzeria Uno. The last Pizzeria Uno here, 432 Columbus Avenue. The food is delicious. No accessible bathrooms when you ask. No offering of ketchup with fries. Had to ask for lemon for the fish. No milk alternatives for coffee. What? I don't know. All right, this guy here, this Korean person here 4 days ago said the food was good. Jackson Latta says, this was so good. Your first trip to New York City and Uno's was the first place it felt like what you imagined New York could be. Great food, great atmosphere. Ah, yes. Good food, good service. All right, had a great time. There you go. Diligently taken care of. All right, these are good reviews so far. Only we started off with a bad one. So far, these reviews are great. People enjoying their Pizzeria Uno. The burgers were amazing. The broccoli soup is the best. Must try. Warm, fun atmosphere, gluten-free. Oh, wow. This guy got a lot of good reviews. They hide all the bad ones. I know. No milk alternative. That's kind of crazy. Anyway. There's still a Red Lobster in Orlando. I believe that. Is it snowing again there, Kaz? Nice. We just mentioned Friendlies. Yes, indeed. But is BBQ still around? We walked past a BBQ was it today or the other day? Yeah, no more BBQs. BBQs is long gone. It isn't Pizzeria Uno Chicago-style pizza? It is. It's what he thought New York pizza would be. Chicago-style pizza. It's exactly what he thought it would be, but it's Chicago pizza. I know, right? People actually loving. The burgers I could understand, Anthony, but not the pizza. Especially on the Upper West Side. There's lots of good pizza places on the Upper West Side, especially right by there. It's a Red Lobster. So Red Lobster is still around. There you go. So we're learning about stores that are still around there, but there you go. So some of them are still around. If we missed a third place that you used to go to, there's still, okay, look at it. There's still BBQs in the Dallas area. Wasn't this fun, Marisol? You're more than welcome, Marisol. What a show. Reliving our old memories. I want to thank Meryl Yasla for funding our show, our talk show tonight. Rebel Talk Radio here on 82.9 WMAZZ Rebel Radio. Thank you so much, Meryl, with a big $10 super chat. Much appreciated. White Castle's still around. I had White Castle the other day. White Castle is still around. Quite a few White Castle. That's right. There's Dallas barbecues, and there are still Dallas barbecues in Midtown. Yes. I think just BBQs. Red Robin. There's another one. That's a good question. Did New York have a pantry pride or a food fair? That's a good question, Miss Nisi. I don't know. Nothing like a Chicago stale chain restaurant to make people at home in New York. That's right. By the way, if you guys want to see Danette and Anthony brave the crowds in Midtown, check out their replay from today. Everybody follow Danette and Anthony, two fantastic people from Queens. Give them a big follow and check out their video from today. They had a lot of fun. We just missed each other by I think 45 minutes. We missed each other. I was on a mission to do my 14,000 steps. But we did it. We braved the crowds, Danette and Anthony. We braved the crowds today. Yeah, get a ton of Red Robin sauce for Christmas. Nice. It was fun. Yeah, everyone check out their replay right now. Because we're finishing the show. We're the last 30 seconds of the show. Oh my goodness, people. As we relived our memories of third places, restaurants. We played some I think maybe we'll do a show where we just break out vintage commercials. Anyway, somebody already mentioned Ponderosa Steakhouse. We mentioned all of them. And if we do it again, I love my demographic. I'm so proud of my demographic. You have no idea. You have no idea. But thank you so much, Meryl, with the big $10 super chat. And there it is, 90 minutes of your life gone forever. Are you new to this nonsense? Then make sure to subscribe to the Dutch Moz Family Networks here on YouTube and on Instagram. All same name. Woolworths was mentioned. Woolworth. I mentioned Woolworths. Do me a favor. Have yourself a fantastic day living in a simulation, whether you think you're living in a simulation or not. Hug your loved ones. Cherish those beautiful moments. And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.